Next, I'd like to talk about forum commenting. This is the process of going out there and finding groups of people online that have forums, bulletin boards, and whatnot. Let me show you an example of this. Okay, I just went to good old Google and I typed in Internet Marketing Forum. Another way to find it would be Internet Marketing Bulletin Boards or Message Boards. You can also type in things like top internet marketing forums, and you'll find people sharing what they think are the top of the forums. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, well, let's take a look here at a list of the best ones as far as what this person says. You want to make sure that when you're looking for a forum to join, that you join one that has a lot of people. You don't just want to join something that's small and spend a lot of time on it and then not have a lot of people be able to see what you're doing. So let's go ahead and check this out here. SEO Chat is one that this person suggests. When I look at forums, when I first started selling my own stuff, this is going back several years. I went out there and I joined about 5 or 6 of these forums, and I made at least 30 posts on each. I mean, it was very time consuming, but it really helped me get my start. You can see here that there is a lot of discussion going on. If we scroll to the bottom, you can see that this forum has over 200,000 members. That's a lot of people. You can also see that the forums are pretty well segmented too, as far as very specific things. I also like to get an idea of where the people are. You can see sometimes the forum has how many people are viewing each section, which is really cool. It shows me that the Google optimization is fairly popular. So if the product that you're promoting through public platform has to do with SEO, this would be a great place to go because you can see that there's a lot of people in here posting and commenting. I would also want to check and make sure there are some forums out there that are large, but they're pretty much dead. So you want to make sure that there's still recent posts. You can see that all these posts here were made this morning, so this is still a very active forum. So let's go ahead and take a look at how people are using this. Let's pick a thread. If I scroll down, I can see here that someone, mentioned something, post something, and you can see here that this person answered their question, or they just asked, what's going on with SEO? Is it still a viable option? And this person wrote down, responded and said, SEO still works. Of course it does. And then you can see here they are promoting their own stuff. This is called a signature, and this is where you're able to have your stuff. Like you can't go out to a forum and just start making posts about how great your product is and how people should buy it. That would be not a good thing, and you would get banned pretty quickly. What you want to do is you want to be promoting in your signature, and that is something that appears below every post that you make. You can see here that this person here is a web marketing consultant, and they have a post there as well. This is just one example. A place that I really like a lot and that helped me build up my reputation is the Warrior Forum. Now this place isn't the largest forum on the internet. Let's see how many members they have currently. 308,000. There are some that are bigger. However, I have personally found this one to be the best because it's a very active forum, and the people on here really are looking to make money. Some forums, it's not quite that way. So you can go in here and see that there's a lot of discussions. And what you could do is you could go and you could do a search. Let's say that you are selling a product that's related to squeeze pages. So what I would do is I would do a search for squeeze pages. Okay, and you can see all kinds of different things, people talking about squeeze pages, and I will go in here and start reading a thread. Here's an example of a great signature. You can see here that this person is responding to a question that was asked, and then they get to have their signature here, and it says, I don't care what you've heard, I did not hack into Google to uncover these extremely profitable Amazon niches. So right there you can see that if this person was posting in an area where people are interested in making money from Amazon, this is going to be a very effective signature to see. You can see not everybody has signatures, but a lot of people do, and some people have theirs written better than others. So let's look at my notes here. When commenting on forums, here are some good ones to check out. Obviously, the Warrior Forum. Digital Point is another huge one, much larger than the Warrior Forum. However, I haven't found it personally to be as effective as Warrior. Digital Point does contain a lot of new people, though. So if you're selling products that are more related to people that haven't done anything in internet marketing, Digital Point just seems to have a group of people that are a bit more unexperienced, I guess is what I should say. InternetMarketingForums.net is another one, and many, 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 many more. Like I said, when I first started this, I picked 6 or 7, 5 or 6 or whatever, and went through and established a pretty decent account at each one. But moving forward, the Warrior Forum was where I decided to spend most of my time because it converted the best for me, and that's just how I did it. It doesn't mean that it would work out that way for you. When you're posting, you want to make sure that you post helpful information. This is really important. If you're just posting just to get out there to drop your signature, it's not going to go over real well. You want to make sure that you're making a contribution to the forum. As long as you're doing that, people won't care that you're also promoting your own stuff. You want to make sure they answer people's questions. Go out there and find something, a good question, and then respond with something that's going to be related to what you're doing. So, again, if you're selling a product that's related to article marketing, then go out there and do a post answering someone's question about article marketing, and then in your signature, you would have your offer. Check out this blah 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 whatever. You want to post thoughtful topics. I would suggest not just answering questions, but also going out and creating topics yourself, because that will also get a lot of eyeballs. Promote through your signature. That's very, very important that you respect the guidelines of the forum. Some forums will not allow you to have a signature until you have a certain amount of posts that you've made. It stinks, but that's just how it is. And it is worth your time as long as you're using forums that are going to be effective. Posting on forums allows you to establish yourself as an expert. When I first started, people didn't know who I was, but the more that I responded places, the more people began to see me again, again, and again, and then they got to know me as someone that knew what they were talking about. So now when I post, people listen. Now when I promote something, people listen. So that's where you want to get as well. Now, some forums won't allow you to promote affiliate products. The Warrior Forum is one of those. What this means is you can't just go out there and promote such and such on ClickBank. It needs to be your own stuff. So what the way that I suggest you get around this is that you promote your own blog. You set up a blog, a website, a Facebook page, whatever, and on there, you share more information about article marketing or Facebook or whatever it is, and that's where you have your upsell to your product. So that's just something that you might run into. Again, the whole point is, you have these great products through Profit Platform that you want to be distributing. You're targeting people that don't know a lot about internet marketing. You're going to go onto these places, establish yourself as someone that knows what they're talking about, and also has a great product that's low cost that they can get for next to nothing, and be on their way learning introduction to article marketing, search engine optimization, whatever. And there you go, you got the people. So I want to encourage you to experiment with different forums and look at where you're getting more hits. And the ones that are working, of course, dig deeper. The ones that aren't working, just kind of let them go. So I hope that you go out there and try this because, again, it doesn't cost anything. It does take time. And it's just one of those things of pounding the pavement. You make 10 posts today, those posts are going to be around for a while. On some forums, especially if you're near the top, your post might be read for months and months to come. So it's very powerful. And these are also links back to your stuff as well. So there's many, many, many reasons to be doing this. I hope that you'll give it a try because it's worked out really, really well for me.